Well, if it ain't one thing, it's another. So since we've been having trouble starting the truck, we've just been running it nonstop. We've been idled here overnight. Woke up to a regen light, so I hit the regen. It did it, went off, gave me another regen light, so I hit it again, and now we're having an unsuccessful regen. Got a code ECC or EEC 61, which that right there, the def, says there's either low quality def, a knock sensor, or something. So I just shut off the regen. It's been going for like 20 minutes. Obviously these lights indicating with that code that we're not getting a successful regen out of it, so
super
great. But I don't want to shut the truck off either because we haven't been able to restart it a few times. Oh man.
Just gotta make it back to Canada.
Yep. Well, if we're in a state of regen like this too, we could see the truck derate, where it slows you down on the highway. We keep doing like 25 miles an hour and stuff like that if it gets bad. So as long as the truck has been running, you know, we're on the road moving, we have no issues. It's when you idle too much. So like I said, we got kind of caught in a little quandary here of like shutting the truck off and maybe not being able to restart it. Now we're over here where our last drop is within the hour. We're going to take off right now anyway. I'm going to see if we can go ahead and get this puppy rolling.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll regen itself while we go down the road. That's usually the better option. So I guess we'll work with that first and see what happens. Great. Yep. Let's see, we're at the Food Lion in Ellery, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It is 12:51 p.m. Our appointment was at 10 o'clock. We got here about 9:30. Managed to do a regen. Got the regen to go through successfully, but still got the engine light on, but that's just a warning light.
Yeah, that'll go off whenever we finish the truck.
Yeah, we'll have to restart the truck to shut that off, I'm sure. So I guess problem averted.
Yeah, for now.
So we've been here about 4 hours right now for 2 pallets. They took them off about 20 minutes ago. We're still waiting here in the hall for a phone call to come get the paperwork and the lumper fee, whatever that's going to be.
Yeah. Probably $7 million for 2 pallets.
Now we got some comments a video or two ago about the Food Lion here is a horrible place to come to. I mean, it's about average so far of most grocery warehouses. You wait around a few hours, whether it be a full truckload or one box. One toothpick on the tail though. Still take 4 hours to do it. But most places too won't start looking at detention time if they pay it at all. That's another thing with a lot of places, if they pay detention or not. No matter how long they keep you around, if they just don't want to pay it, they don't pay it. So, but 4 hours is typically a window where detention time can start being talked about in most cases. So I wouldn't say this place is any different than anywhere else we've been in the past. You know, grocery warehouses usually kind of suck, but they're part of the business. So the only thing I say is the security guard lady up front, she was moody attitudey. When I gave her the bills and stuff, she was rolling her eyes and talking like low, muddled voice, but the wind was up and all the trucks were running right there.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, yeah, put us in. I'm like, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. She'd like roll her eyes at me and stuff, but I'm sure she does it all day, so she's all just pissy. But I noticed that on the reefer side, you get a lot more attitude at these places. Like, people are just kind of sharp with you. You know, like I said, the thing I do miss about hazmat in the past was hazmat people were very nice.
Yeah.
You go in and go, oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, great to see you. You know, and
Yeah, that's not really the case anymore.
no, not doing reefer and stuff like that. They're usually, I don't know, a little bit off. So anyway, so food line, yeah, we'll get out here in a little bit hopefully, and be heading back over to Calhoun.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't.
All right. Finally all done. What's up?
Nothing.
So we're unloaded at the food line here in South Carolina. See if I can run over this stack of pallets in the middle of the road.
Yeah, this morning this was all full of trucks.
This is all full of trucks this morning. Everybody fighting like a bunch of pit bulls. We've been here that long that everybody else is gone practically.
Yeah.
For two pallets.
Yeah. I guess everybody was right about the food line.
We've had places where we waited longer.
Oh yeah.
All right, close up these doors real quick. Good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably got a gate pass. Yep. Oh, it's the same lady in there too. Wonder if she's gonna roll her eyes at me again.
Probably.
Just for handing her a piece of paper. There she go. What air? You know, just like roll her head back and everything. I never understand people's attitudes sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. You don't like working with the public, don't get a job where you gotta work with people.
Yeah, I walk up, I'm nice as pie, you know, just good morning, how are you? You know, give me a driver's license. Okay. Like I said, the wind was blowing too, and I couldn't hear her.
Yeah.
That's when she got all uppity about it. Yeah, she's like, man.
I don't know.
So we'll get to check out with her real quick. I'm gonna pop the door open real quick just to get out. But
Yeah. All good?
yep, she gave me a little bit of stink eye. Alright, let's get out of here.
Hell yeah.
We're out here at the yard right now, Calhoun, Georgia, Traveloco yard, and somebody is doing an interview with Jack. He's got his whole camera set up in here and stuff. They did it for the sound, but Selena's in there talking to him, getting all world famous with Indiana Jack. Anybody wondering though? There's Jack. So, yes, we have been talking to Jack. Yard, everything's cool. Gonna try and find some work to do. It's been really slow, a lot of freight moving for like $1 a mile off the DAP board right now. I mean, just garbage. So, we're not trying to run at a deficit. That's kind of dumb, you know what I mean? Go out and make no money. It's better sometimes just to sit still and let things calm down a little bit, and hopefully rates come back up. instead of moving the truck for really not much profit. You know, you're not putting away for maintenance, you're just covering fuel, maybe putting a couple nickels in your own pocket, but does that really pay off? You know, that's when you got to kind of say, when the rates are really this bad, just maybe hold back a little bit. So instead we can sit here and do interviews with Jack. Good morning, wife.
Good morning, husband.
I figure I would state that since a lot of comments we get. It's like I'm your trainer.
We're married. Oh my God. He asked. I said yes. Oh my God.
Oh my God, after I trained you for 3 months and then we got married. No. Anyway, we are in Calhoun, Georgia still. It's Monday morning. We were here all weekend. Did a little filming with Indiana Jack.
Yeah.
Friday we didn't get the truck back till late. You can see here though. Still got the warning light on. It just has to get cleared. I've tried doing the little clear thing on it where you cut the batteries and you crank the key three times, and you know, in some cases it resets the light, but it didn't work this time around. So I'll just have to get that cleared out at some point. No big deal. No more codes on the truck though. Everything's good. Friday they put in a new starter.
Yeah.
And that seemed to solve it. The batteries haven't been going down. Everything's been cool. So, whole new starter. $600 later. Labor and parts. That's cool. I mean, it's fixed. I always prefer to not cut corners. If it needs a new part, needs something, and it's a little bit pricey, I want to do it. I want to keep the truck up and running. So that's where you make your money, is by taking care of your equipment too. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna put no duct tape on it. I'm not one of these bungee cord duct tape dudes that you see going down the road with a bumper hanging halfway off, and you know, their reefer unit has no doors on it, or you know, bungee cords all over it and stuff like that. It's like, dude, just spend the money and get it fixed. It's always my opinion. If you're doing that bad, if you're always doing that bad that you can't even fix your stuff, that maybe you're not running things right.
Well, and the longer you let things go, the more expensive
the worse
it gets.
they get. So, new starter.
Yep.
To answer everybody's question, it wasn't the batteries, wasn't the wiring, wasn't anything. It was a starter. So,
but you know, at some point we may need new batteries because the volts still do go down.
They still go down a little bit. So
but that wasn't the issue this time.
Well, when we had the diagnostic done in September, the batteries were at 84%.
Yeah, so they're getting a little bit worn. Yeah. They're not shot yet though.
So we're gonna head on over to the yard though, and what you got going on over there?
I got puppy nose. It's cold out.
Gonna head on over to the yard, see what's up with Jack. I've already talked to Will this morning. He's on the board looking for loads too. We've been checking it out this morning. A couple things popped up, so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
And if you are in the Calhoun, Georgia area, this the Roadway Inn.
Yeah, you would think it's like a crappy dumpy.
You think it's a dumpy one, but they just refurbished it and has like nice memory foam mattresses and
pillows, and it's really
nice big TVs, and it was the cheapest room in town practically.
Yeah, it was
like $50.
Yeah.
we were staying over at the La Quinta the past couple nights.
Yeah.
And paying more money, and it's like, then we
could have stayed over here.
Could have stayed over here.
Over there
yeah, it was like,
nights,
I'm coming back to this place, man.
Yeah.
It's a small parking lot, not much room for a truck. I mean, we're just bobtail. We got the trailer over at the yard, but
yeah, if you're
that was
bobtail,
fine.
it works.
Yeah, if you got full truck, it might be a little bit more cramped.
Yeah, and this parking lot in front of us, it's full during the day when
yeah, restaurant and all that stuff. So, but the Roadway Inn, it was actually a nice place. So, all right, we're gonna head on over to the yard.
Yep.
Maybe go get a coffee.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
There's a Starbucks down the street. Go get a coffee. Yeah, bud. All right, we'll be back.
Yep.
Bye. Got you again.
Yeah.
So we are docked right now. We found a load from Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're in Chattanooga right now at Crown Produce. We got a load of fresh produce with 3 drops on it. We're going up to Pittsburgh, Bedford, Ohio, and then Wooster, Ohio tomorrow for the final drop. So we're gonna get loaded right now. He said it'd only take him like 20 minutes to load it. So we'll be out of here pretty quick. And get up to Pittsburgh by 5 a.m. tomorrow, which it's 2:15 right now, 15 hours. And I think Pittsburgh, you're still on East Coast time. Yeah, it is. So we'll get on up there, do our 3 drops tomorrow. Be situated in central Ohio, Worcester, kind of down south of Cleveland there. Be in a better area for work, better loads. Scored this. We're getting just over $2 a mile for it, so not too bad for the market right now, at least. So, right. So we got a team running a little bit today. We'll get on up by Pittsburgh. I'll be up early and drive the rest of the way in, do all the drops tomorrow, and then we will see what pops up there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, you can hear. It's popping the dock plate. Dock plate's done. All right, sweet. Check back in a bit.
Yeah.
So where we at? Knoxville, Tennessee. We got loaded in Chattanooga earlier. We switched out. It was a team run. Going up to Pittsburgh, then Cleveland, and back down to Worcester, Ohio tomorrow. So we're gonna be running tonight.
Run all night.
Somebody gets to drive late into the night.
Yeah, until tomorrow morning.
So my hours are available to handle all the drops tomorrow. She's got to do the driving tonight. So we just got out of Knoxville. We're on the 75 North, headed towards Kentucky now.
This is where all the weather appears to be going.
Yeah, and apparently we got a snowstorm coming in too. So by the time we're up into Kentucky, possibly Cincinnati, we're going to be hitting some weather. Looks like a rain front and then a little bit of snow front behind it.
A snow chaser.
Yeah. Rain with a snow chaser. It's supposed to blow through pretty quick, and then the temperature is supposed to drop off, I guess, going into Tuesday and Wednesday all across the upper Midwest. We're looking at temperatures dropping off into the negatives.
Yeah.
So
Big time negatives.
big time negatives, a lot of heavy weather coming our way. But we grabbed this load up here. It was paid and decent, and hopefully we can kind of turn and burn with something else and get back out pretty quick.
Yeah, make some
Yeah,
money.
make a little money this week. You make some money.
Yeah.
Low rates everywhere, man. I hope the rates go back up.
Yeah. I don't know, what the offers say, they look like they're going up a little bit.
Going up a little bit. And word is too, I mean, this is a typical thing this time of year. Apparently it's been a little worse this year than other years, but you know, we're getting into February, things will start coming back up a little bit, so, right?
Somebody said on our live feed the other night something about the tariffs. I started to Google it and look it up, but something that Trump's doing, tariffs, is affecting the rates too.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't finish reading up on it.
maybe you should have.
I should have.
God.
I got the page open.
Come in here with half information and stuff.
Right?
God.
I got to spark conversation.
Yeah.
For everyone else who knows what's going on.
You still see our engine lights on. Oh well.
Yeah.
So we'll check back in a bit.
Yep.
Yep. Hey! Totally got you.
Yeah.
So we're at a rest area north of Lexington, Kentucky on I-75.
Sure.
Just want to check in for a minute. She's doing her dirty 30.
Yeah.
The 30 minuto siesta.
Is it siesta minuto?
Something like that. I don't know.
I'm sure somebody will correct us.
They will. They will. So I figured wrap this one up tonight.
Yep.
Check back in the morning because it's going to be dark. Selena is going to drive into the wee hours, and then I'll take back over on the way into Pittsburgh and have drops tomorrow. So all the way from Pittsburgh to Cleveland and then down to Wooster, Ohio. So
Wooster?
Wooster? Right.
Right.
So anything you want to add?
Keep it between the ditches. Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
And on that note,
Out.
With turquoise and real diamonds.